The Scorpion and the Frog, A Tale of Trust. Once upon a time, in a sunny meadow by a glistening river, there lived a scorpion and a frog. They were both neighbors, but they had never been friends. The scorpion, with his sharp tail and quick movements, was a creature who loved to keep to himself. The frog, on the other hand, spent his days jumping around, singing songs, and enjoying the warmth of the sun. One hot day, the scorpion was sitting by the edge of the river, feeling a little lonely. He wanted to cross to the other side to find some shade and maybe meet some new creatures. But the river was wide, and there was no way to swim across. Just then, he saw the frog hopping by. "Hey, frog!" the scorpion called. "Could you help me cross the river?" The frog paused and looked at the scorpion with a little suspicion. "Why should I help you, scorpion? You are a dangerous creature with a stinger. What if you sting me while we're crossing?" The scorpion, who had never been asked for help before, felt a little sad. "Oh, frog, I promise I won't sting you. I just want to get to the other side. If I did sting you, I would drown in the river too, and I don't want that." The frog thought about this for a moment. It seemed reasonable. After all, the scorpion couldn't cross the river without help, and he did seem sincere. So, after some hesitation, the frog agreed. "All right, scorpion. I will carry you across the river, but you must promise not to sting me," the frog said. "Promise," the scorpion replied. The frog hopped into the water, and the scorpion climbed onto his back. As they swam across, the water rippled gently around them. But halfway across, the scorpion's sharp tail twitched. Suddenly, the scorpion stung the frog right in the back. The frog gasped in pain. "Why, scorpion? You promised." As the venom began to spread through his body, the frog felt weaker and weaker. "Why would you do this?" he asked, his voice trembling. The scorpion sighed, and his eyes seemed sad. "I couldn't help it, frog," he said. "It's just in my nature. I didn't want to hurt you, but I'm a scorpion. I do what I do." The frog, even though he was in pain, understood. "But now we're both going to drown," he said softly. And with that, the two sank into the river together. The moral of the story is simple. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try, we can't change who we are. Trust must be earned, and even when promises are made, it's important to remember the nature of others. But the story also reminds us that kindness and trust can help us cross many rivers in life, if we choose our friends wisely.